Hello, everybody. Sorry for the late start. It's just been run today. Run. Yeah. Whew, what a busy day. First of all, new T-shirt. Just the old classic Star Wars. By the way, can you guys hear me? Okay. I don't know. Did you guys catch my little stream? I just did. Hopefully it worked.
Hello there.
Maybe it didn't. Well, I'm gonna be so embarrassed.
Hello there.
Ain't never too old for Lego. I'm gonna be so embarrassed if my stream didn't actually go live. Anyways, well, not that embarrassed. Anyways, so yeah, let's get started. Bag 11, step 11. Did not finish yesterday, obviously, because we're all here tonight. That's 12. Oh yes, by the way, it has been 2 days since I bought anything Lego related. 2 days. This is a high. Oh, no. Shoot. It's 0 days because I forgot I put in a Bricklink order today for some pieces. Man, I thought we were making some progress here, but I was doing so good too. Oh well. Hey, music. Let's listen to some music. I think VLC is set to go
Hello there.
to the right channel. But now as I'm thinking about it, let me make sure it is. Sorry, 1 second. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and hit the old play button here. All right. So how has everyone's day been? Oh, you think I need a ticker instead of a little dry erase? I guess I could do that. There was something else I wanted to put in. I can't remember what. There's so much in OBS that I want to do that I just don't know how yet. I don't know why it just stopped. It was working there a second ago. Yeah, it just crashed out.
Hello there.
Okay, well. No, I think, isn't that a mock? Never Too Old for Lego? I think the General Grievous helmet is a mock. It's a pretty snazzy mock, but I don't have it now. Let's try this again. My mock has been a nightmare to set up. I'm displeased. Very, very displeased. So I inventoried all my stuff. I got my last order in today, and I inventoried it, and I'm missing 2 entire bags of pieces, like individual pieces, like stuff I need. So one of the pieces is what is it, a 3840, which is a plate rounded with 2 studs on top, whatever it's called. Yeah, I don't know. OBS is just refusing to pick up the AirDroid cast. So I'll go ahead, and I'm sure what'll end up happening is it'll just pop up on its own. So I will have these out so you all can follow along. But I'm sure it'll just pop up here eventually. So anyways, I went through, and the 3840s that I'm missing, I don't need them until step 800. So I feel safe not needing those, but then I am missing light bluish gray 1x5 plates. And I have not gone through yet to see when I have to start needing those. So I'm back to not being sure what I'm doing on Monday. And I reached out to the Bricklink seller to let him know, that I was missing some stuff, and I was expecting a fight. Like, no, it was in the bag. It's in the bag, I promise. Can you check again? No, he's like, well, I'm pretty sure I shipped it to you, but here's the new tracking number for those pieces. And I'm like, wow, no fight, no nothing, just here you go. So I'm a little upset I didn't get my stuff, but he absolutely made it right. So quick and painless. So I'm happy about that aspect. So I have no idea when those are coming. And I was missing like one-ofs here and there, but I didn't even contact the sellers about that. I thought it'd be just too much effort for just those pieces. And I know I need some additional pieces for setting up mills plates. So I just added those missing pieces to my stuff for the mills plates. Hey guys, is the music not working? I feel like the music's not working. Gonna be that kind of night, huh? It is that kind of night. So tonight was the Brew Fest here where I live. It's a pretty big to-do, but I didn't realize it was tonight, and I didn't want to cancel, so rip my participation in Brew Fest this year. There will always be next year. And to be honest, it hasn't been great for a couple of years. So it would have been more just a chance to catch up with some people. So yeah, let's see. Hey, Lego Timmy. Hey, Area 56 Bricks. Welcome to the channel, Lego Timmy. I don't think I've seen you here before. I'm on step 11 of the Wave 1. I've got a little bit of a late start today, but everything's going pretty good. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, welcome back. We're doing the paper instructions today because my AirDroid cast won't connect. Technology, ain't it great? Let's see, what have I been up to today? Went on my usual 3-mile walk this morning. So that was fun. Got to hang out with some friends. Charlotte got some good exercise. I don't know, I was... Oh, are you the Marauder? Area 56 Bricks, you're building the Marauder? I am so jealous. I want that, but it's retired and I just don't want to pay the retired price right now. It's especially painful not to have it after you watch through all the seasons of the Bad Batch. So yeah, went for a walk with Charlotte. Charlotte's my dog, by the way. If any of you are new and you haven't heard me reference before. Got to talk with friends. For some reason, I was speed champion this morning. I walked those miles in like a 14:58 pace. So I was cooking, and then went to the local hobby shop to say hi to Tavo, and to give him a cable for a computer that he's building. And then I had to run to Walmart. No AT-AT helmet there still. I guess someone told me Walmart has a tendency to not get things on time sometimes because Walmart keeps violating some kind of contractual agreement by selling their clearance Legos for less of a markup than Lego desires. I don't know if anyone's ever heard that. The AT-AT helmet is a Target exclusive? Wow. I did not know. Well, that's a bummer because there ain't no Targets here. I can just order, I guess, if it comes to that. But like I said, it's one of those things where if they had it in stock and I was like, well, you know, maybe I'll go ahead and do it, but I don't want to go out of my way to get another one because I do have one already. And then after I got back, it was lunchtime, so I ate. And then after that, it's starting to kind of warm up now, and the trees are starting to bud a little bit. So I felt it was time to re-fertilize and mulch up the magnolias. We have 3 magnolia trees that we planted a couple years ago, and so we're trying real hard to keep up on the mulching and the fertilizing and all that, just so we could be sure that it continued to grow out. So that's always a fun thing, and that took a fair significant amount of time. And then I sat down after that to inventory all the pieces I got from Bricklink today, and then to my horror, I saw I didn't have those 2 types of pieces. So then I had to work a little bit on getting those reordered and kind of lost track of time. And then when I looked, it was 5:36, and I'm like, yeah, sorry guys, I'm going to be a little late. Because at that point, I still had to take a shower. Believe it or not, even though I'm wearing a t-shirt, if it requires ironing because it came out of the wash wrinkled, I will iron my shirt. So I take care of all that, and then Did you guys see my pre-stream? Yeah, this is a beautiful green. I did a little bit of a pre-stream, but I did it on the Osmo Pocket, and that thing is absolutely finicky for whether or not I am really going live or not. It's a great little camera to take out and record video for, but live not so much. That's so disappointing. That is so disappointing because I went around and I showed everyone what I do to get ready here and all that stuff, and it didn't go out to anybody. I guess I'll try that again on Monday. What a bummer. It's been just a terrible day for technology, I guess. No way this piece stays snugly in here. There has to be something else. Okay, there is something else. So what I was referencing here is this is not how I would expect this to go in here, just on these pegs. Like I would assume that would be the round side that would be out, but so if you put it in here, it's just going to come out. But it looks like in the instructions here, you add something to it to make it all snug.
Running time jump program. Opening the vortex. Start the countdown.
The kitties also did get to go out today, so they're pretty happy. A little strange. I don't know why we have this here, but I guess we're going to figure it out. I have to leave a bag. I have to leave a hole, rather. Okay, so let's see what's going on with their Android. Couldn't. Try it one more time, see if I can get it working.
Mission log 2050-01. The entire population is under sleep.
So, we've got Area 56 bricks building a router. Anyone else building anything?
We arriving at the destination. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right. So I'm just gonna hide this this up there on the left, and this is not gonna work. So. And the music stopped. See, let's go ahead and do this. I don't think we played this one last time. We'll play this one this time. Okay. Back to where I was. So has anyone's prices on eggs gone up? I just eat egg whites, so I don't ever buy cartons of eggs anymore. I just get egg beaters. And I forgot to check today what the price of eggs was. Well, that's a good sign, I guess, if egg prices are going down. I don't think I don't think I saw the egg beater's price really increase. Every morning I have, what is it, a third of a cup, I think? I have a third of a cup scrambled eggs. And that is my breakfast. And 2 ginormous cups of coffee. So I'm a coffee sipper. I like to really enjoy my coffee. Like, it'll take me a good 2 hours to drink through a cup of coffee. And I used to have a problem where my coffee would get cold before I would finish it. And a couple of years ago, someone told me about, or maybe I read about it, something called Ember. And Ember is, they like, it has like a little built-in heater in the bottom of the cup that you recharge. And so it keeps your coffee hot for, you know, hours. Oh my goodness, it was a life changer. And I have the same issue with tea, so I got one for tea too. So if you ever watch my, well, usually it's like the Bear Dur videos, that that mug I'm drinking from is my little Ember. So I fill that up twice in the mornings. My first cup of coffee is usually at 4 a.m. All right. What do you do with your eggs there, Constant?
Hello there.
Hey, Randucci. Good to see you. that's a pretty good variety of ways to fix up your eggs. For a very long time, I didn't like sunny side up eggs because I thought it was yolks were gross. And it wasn't actually maybe 10 years ago that I changed my mind. The biggest bummer was it took me so long to eat sauerkraut. I mean, I didn't have sauerkraut until I was like late 20s. I always thought it was gross. But it is, in fact, delicious. Biscuits and gravy actually was another thing I didn't really think I would like. But my father-in-law makes the most amazing biscuits and gravy ever. So he changed my mind on that too. Wow. 2 whole eggs each. I'll just use egg beaters. So, Zim, I really like this color. This chrome is just amazing. I love how shiny it is. Reminds me of the Mandalorian a lot, actually. The Mandalorian helmet, I should say. What? That's your breakfast constant? Well, I mean, I guess at your age, I was probably eating like that too. Now at my age, that's a recipe for getting fat. Okay, so guess we're gonna stick this all the way back here. bet something's gonna break in this process. Oh, okay, well, here we go. And it's in nice and secure. It's pretty funny. Yeah, did you win the lottery lately? Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that. Okay, so now I gotta back this, rest of the ship, just over here. Wow. Alright, well, this is somehow supposed to magically adjust. Oh, I see. Made a small mistake back here. So this is supposed to clip in. And this is supposed to snap in. And there we have it. That side's done. And I assume 12 is just the same just for the other side. So I personally, and forgive me, please do not unsubscribe for me saying this. Please look beyond my statement and still realize that it doesn't change me as a person. I love the McRib. I will pretty much the only time I'm guaranteed to eat at McDonald's. Well, there's two times I'm guaranteed to eat at McDonald's. The first time is, or the first occasion is around St. Patrick's Day, because I want me a Shamrock Shake. So, and the second time is when there is the McRib. I like the McRib, and I know it's not real meat. I know it's terrible for you, but I will have at least a couple McRibs, and then I consider it done. Yeah, we have two McDonald's. We have 2 Taco Bells. We have a Wendy's. We have a Sonic, Arby's, Captain D's, Burger King. And it's kind of funny because there's a McDonald's, Arby's, Captain D's, Burger King. They're all kind of close to the Walmart. And it seems like the closer you are to Walmart, the worse the fast food tastes. Like the North Side Taco Bell, the Wendy's, the North Side McDonald's, they're decent for what you get, but you never want to go eat at South Side restaurants, or you'll probably regret it later. We also have our big time restaurant in town. The fancy place is a Ruby Tuesday. I know, right? Watch out, folks. Gonna get all dressed up and go to the Ruby Tuesday to eat some ribs tonight. And a buddy of mine is running for city council here in town. And Thursday night, I went to the other brewery in town, the other open brewery in town, because my favorite one closed. And I kind of sat and I listened, the questions, because it was kind of like a meet your candidates question and answer session. And they're like, how are you going to attract big box businesses to town? And I thought that was a very odd question to ask, because when you bring a big box business to town, you're going to lose your Ace Hardware if you bring in like a Lowe's or a Home Depot. You're going to lose probably the Tractor Supply Company. That's probably going to go. If you bring in a Starbucks, and believe you me, I wish we had a real Starbucks. We have kind of a fake Starbucks, meaning, it doesn't have any of the food that you can get at Starbucks, and sometimes it doesn't have the drinks you can get at Starbucks, but the rest of it's like a Starbucks. But if you bring in a real Starbucks, then you're going to lose all the other little coffee shops in town. And I just thought to myself, that is just a really odd question someone would ask. But the other questions were kind of interesting. The town I live in used to be a big on factory jobs, and then I guess about 10 to 15 years ago, all the factory jobs closed down or went out of business, and so that led to, basically the average monthly or the yearly salary of our town tank, and that's a metric that a lot of places will use to see if they can move in and start something. Like Starbucks will never come here because our average yearly salary is just too low. So in order to get a big box place to come into town, you would have to figure out how to raise everyone's wages, and no one seemed to have a good idea about that. Yeah, we have the Ace and we have the Tractor Supply Company, and we have about four coffee houses in town. And I would frequent the coffee places more often, but when your shift starts at 6 a.m. in the morning, it doesn't really leave you an opportunity to go and get a cup of coffee somewhere.
Hello
If you're
there.
curious why my shifts. Hey! Tavo! Yes, Tevo, this is what I'm doing instead of Brewfest today. The reason why my shift starts at 6 a.m. is because I work on Eastern time, basically. And my shift then started at 7 a.m. So when I moved here and shifted from Eastern to Central time, I kept my same start time. And my boss loves it because if there's something that's broken, it's usually fixed. Hey, Com. Hey, that's pretty cool. Listen to me while you drive. That's neat. Usually the insurance agents and all that don't start work until 8:30 Eastern time. So with me getting in at 7, usually I can have something that's, you know, was broken fixed up by the time that any of the insurance agents get there. And there's no incidents reported, no paperwork that needs to be filled out. Everything is just fixed. We have exactly one drive-through coffee spot here in town. The rest of them are all walk-in. So Tavo, did you guys finish the cinder then? Dark green. Dark green, dark green, dark green. Here's dark green. Now I get the gray with slopes. Skinny one. Where is this? Okay. That was a pretty fun little build, I will admit. There wasn't anything that was too bad about it. I'm happy that I got it. I still chuckle to myself a little bit. So Randucci, I have a plugin, and what it will do is I set the cameras I want to rotate, and then I set the interval for them to rotate within or at the end of that interval. And right now, I think they are set to rotate every 2 minutes or something like that. And so, of course, you know, I have the option of, you know, bypassing it to go like overhead like this, or to the main camera, or to the side camera if I want. So it's I thought it would just be a neat little thing that I don't even really think. Well, so I have seen Jang. He has a little bit of I think he has he has 3 cameras in total. He has one that basically shows him all the time, and then he has 2 other cameras that rotate just on his hands, like an overhead and then like an offset perspective. But I don't know if he has something like I have, where it's an automated thing, or if he uses like a. It's possible to use like a foot pedal to, you know, if you hit, it'll do something like that too. But I didn't go that route. I want to kind of focus on doing this and let an app, I guess, do the rest. And Zim has been really helpful with a lot of things in regards to, you know, getting the some of the perspectives right for the cameras and, you know, stuff like that. And I'm deeply appreciative of you, Zim, for helping along with that. It seems like forever ago that we were working on that kind of stuff. So my buddy, thank you, Area 56 Bricks. Well, what you're doing, Randushi, is pretty cool too, and same with you, Area 56 Bricks. I mean, I like the way you have everything kind of presented, and Randushi, you and your wife sitting across from each other doing stuff. That's also pretty neat. I wish I had, you know, that this space here wouldn't, unfortunately, wouldn't accommodate that. If my wife does decide to help me build the T-Rex for one night only, she'll probably just be sitting to the left of me, and I'll be over here, and we'll probably do what we did for the Titanic, which is rotate steps. The hardest part, I thought, of everything was getting the cameras and making sure that the camera capture cards are working right, and each of these cameras has like a fan clipped into them, because these particular cameras have overheated on me before, and when it overheats, it just shuts down. And what else did I have to? And for a while there, I was using a cell phone for an overhead camera, which, you know, if you wanted to do any kind of like overhead work, either of you guys, that seemed to work out pretty good for me. I had to change that up because my dad had to go in for a emergency surgery, and the app to stream overhead shuts down basically any kind of text message or anything like that, even going to my watch. So I didn't find out about his emergency surgery until after I got done with my stream, which is not ideal. So then I had to seek a different way of doing things, at least for that. Really? The iPhone 16 using so I was using Droid Cam for the iPhone 16, and that has pretty good. I think it does max 1080p. And then I had an iPhone 15 as a side cam, and we used Camo. And it also used no, that one would do 4K. But the coloring, like I could not get a good color to, like it was just not good for displaying proper coloration, and I couldn't figure out a good LUT, and so I replaced it just as soon as I could. What I would like to do is I'd like to get another camera instead of this Ozbot here, but that's going to be something then way down the road. Originally, that was supposed to be an overhead camera, the Ozbot, but I can't remember why I swapped it. It might have actually been because I had fluorescent lights down here, and with fluorescent lights, it can lead to some flickering. And I've tried every kind of anti-flicker software, and none of it seemed to work very well, so I just swapped it. Because you could really tell the flickering against the white when it was shining down, but over from the side, it doesn't really play any. No. It's just it's a very finicky camera. And then I have the Stream Deck, which I think just about everyone has to help navigate OBS. Like these are popping up just a little more than I really want, but I guess it's okay. It's where it's supposed to be. This has been a fun thing to kind of help set up, and it was, I felt like it was a lot of iteration to find, you know, what works and what doesn't work, and that's been pretty fun for me to just keep refining and refining and refining until I get something that I like. And there are some things I still would like to do. Thank you, Area 56 Bricks. Yeah, it's a good time. And thank you for what you do as well. But we are all a community. We all do share the same love. So I'm just here with you all. Again, my biggest regret is I didn't get into this stuff much earlier. You know, I'm at the age where when I go to Walmart or something like that, and I'm looking at Legos, people are probably thinking I'm shopping for my son. No son here. It's for me. And I appreciate all you guys always tuning in and helping support me and enjoying the vibe and not bringing the vibe down. That's also very important. And I do make my rounds you know, in the mornings, kind of, when I have time anyways, to see what you guys are up to. I'm not 100% caught up. I know that I haven't seen Randucci stream, but I know he's got one to watch, and I just got a little bit into Area 56 Bricks TIE Interceptor, but I didn't finish that one, but I can already tell you it looks pretty humorous. Yeah, that I guess you do have a point there, Menducci. But I think I would have. Well, yeah, I probably. I think where it would have really been bad is I've just moved so many times. Actually, now that I think about it, you know, I could see myself as starting collecting back in 2008. Because that's when I got my first, you know, real big job was in 2008. So I could see myself starting to collect in 2008. And then 2 years later, I moved to Texas. And then 4 years later, I moved to Ohio. And then 4 years later, I moved to northwestern Missouri. And then 1 year later, I moved to south central Missouri. So yeah, probably not a good idea to be moving around so much when you have a ton of Legos. So you're right. This probably was a good time to start. we probably have one more move ahead of us, and then that'll be it. And I don't know when that's going to be. I just know that my wife says that this isn't the place that she wants to have as her permanent. Oh, Randucci. Oh, okay. Area 56 bricks. Okay. Now I've not heard of Pineville, but I certainly have heard of Joplin. When I was dating my wife back in the day, and I would have to drive from Kansas City, I would basically drive through Joplin when I hit 44. Of course, you know, yeah, I was going to say, you know about the tornado there. A friend of mine at the brewery actually was in the tornado and had his house collapse on him when he was in the bathtub. But you know, except for some bruising and scrapes, he made it through okay. But it's still, that experience still kind of haunts him a little bit. But calm. If I'm gonna drop Lego sets, it's gonna be for the views. But I honestly actually would never ever do that, because I cherish these sets. I was gonna say, Randucci, there's a good chance that if something happened where, you know, I got divorced, or my wife died, or something unfortunate like that happened, I almost certainly would move back to Ohio. I'm missing something. Don't see a 1x2 plate here. Here. Oh, there it is. It was hidden underneath my brick separator. I've never actually heard of Wilmington. I lived in Cleveland Heights when I lived in Ohio, which is a suburb of Cleveland. And it was pretty cool. My neighbors were awesome. The only thing I didn't like was it was kind of weird trying to get on the interstate, because I basically had to drive all the way to like practically to downtown Cleveland to get on the interstate.
Hello there.
So that part of it kind of sucked, but I like the public transportation system. Downtown Cleveland was just pretty sweet. All kinds of little restaurants to eat at. Definitely a place for foodies, believe it or not. I guess this now goes on. Same deal. I've got a little snap on closer to the back, and it clips on in front. It's just being a little bit more stubborn than the other one. All right, so that part's in. And that part's in. Ta-da! Hey, Rex! So Rex, I am just about done with all the little details and stuff. And then after that, it's going to be time for the UCS stand. Or, well, the display stand, I should say. And it is going to be Dunzo. Where's the official Lego store at? Is that in Columbus, Zim? I think I only went to Columbus once, and it was, the wife had some kind of conference there, so she didn't really want to stick around for very long afterwards because she wanted to get back home. So we didn't really do anything, unfortunately. And then the second time was I kind of drove through Columbus, and that was terrible because I was towing a trailer with a car on it, and I'd never done that before. And I was in a giant U-Haul towing a trailer. That was extremely nerve-wracking. At night, construction, and it was never doing that again. this next time we move, I said this the last time we moved and it didn't happen, but this next time we move, I'm just having some moving company come and they're gonna pack everything, and I'm just gonna let them do it, and I'm just gonna sit back and make sure they don't destroy my Legos in the process. Oh, and thank you, Rex. The trees are back to trying to kill me, and so is the grass. I think the only place that would be free from allergies is Antarctica at this point. And actually, I've kind of wanted to work in Antarctica, believe it or not. I think it would be neat to spend some time down there. But the jobs are really very narrowed down, and I don't think a software engineer can just get a job in Antarctica. Well, he's done. Except for the stand. So she does definitely look like Slave 1, and what's pretty neat is those are moving on their own. I'm not making them move. I'm referring to the fins on the left and right. So that's a pretty nice touch. Really? Well, I'm not a very good bartender either, Devo, so. So the only thing I don't like is that the canopy is not like functional. Like I think I have to pop it out in order to use the canopy, but yeah, it's pretty nice. Pretty smooth. No real troubles or issues or anything like that. No missing pieces. Instructions were clear on everything. Nothing tricky. Replacement. 10 out of 10. What do you mean, Randucci? Do you mean Slave 1 versus Boba Fett's ship? Isn't that, did they try to like rename it or something like that along the line? Just your standard everyday stormtrooper.
Hello there.
Hey Arnold. We're just wrapping stuff up. Yes, I do call it Slave 1, and so Slave 1, if I recall correctly, was they had some kind of contest, I think, to name it. And it's supposed to be a reflection of his time spent in slavery. It wasn't supposed to be something like, you know, he's making slaves out of people. And I can understand why people would want to, you know, rename some things. Like, you know, I understand the controversy with the Indians. I understand the controversy with the Commanders, or you know, the Redskins. And there's still a little bit of controversy in regards to the Kansas City Chiefs, but I don't think that any of these teams really meant any disrespect when they picked their names. And my brain still calls you know, the Indians the Windians, even when they're losing. I've gotten better about calling the Redskins the Commanders, but I haven't gotten past the Indians. I lived in Ohio for a time. I watched the Indians play. Now I'm still a Cubs fan, but I watched the Indians play because I couldn't always get access to watch the Cubs. Anyways, so Zim, what do you think? You think the Cubs have a chance this year again? They're making some pretty good off-season moves. So the last time that the Cubs won the World Series, I was actually living in Cleveland, and I was walking around downtown Cleveland in pro Cubs stuff. And boy, the stares were very, very real. No one like really said anything to me, but the looks were definitely there. And Arnold, I'm sorry, I'm doing pretty good. It's just been a very, very, very busy day, but lots of stuff got accomplished. Not stream wise. It had nothing really to do with the stream or anything for that. It's just spring is rapidly approaching, and things have to be done around the yard and stuff like that during spring. Responsibilities. I don't think you're going to find very many Manchester United fans here in our town, except for me. I've been a Manchester United fan for I don't know, like 15 years or something like that now. But I'm not. I'm not a super fan by any means, though. looking for 1x2 plates. There it is. Let's see. How much older? Like nursing age older? Cause that's not all that far off. Yeah, I'm actually dusting everything tomorrow. I mean, it doesn't look too bad. It just has been a couple weeks since I've done it, and I'm just trying to keep on top of it. So I still do, like, I don't play with my sets. I do admire them still. And I do, well, I guess in a sense I do kind of play with them a little bit, where if they have particularly pieces, I'll make sure that they're still working. But they're nice display pieces. So let's see. I think that Arnold asked, where does Randucci live? And Randucci responded with Puerto Rico. And then Arnold said that he's American Mexican. I mean, I know just a little bit of Spanish, so. And plus, you have to realize too that everything in chat and everything recorded will be there forever. So just keep that in mind with whatever you say, because there is a chance, you know, considering that I have probably 4,000 Indonesia subs, you'll never know who may watch the channel. So just, you know, keep that in mind. And if I get banned from YouTube, it's because of how much I've complained to the powers that be for letting my YouTube promotion get picked up by a bot farm in Indonesia. I mean, I sent them another request asking them what they plan on doing about it this morning. I mean, if you guys want to speak Spanish in chat, I don't care. I will try to figure out what you're saying, that's for sure, but feel free. I guess I don't think, will it bother anybody else? Restaurant kitchen Spanish. when I worked at Office Max in Kansas City, Kansas City does have a pretty, well, not a pretty large, but a fairly large Hispanic population, and they would come in and they would be looking at like printers and stuff like that, and I would always be on hand to help out because that was kind of like what my job was when I worked at Office Max for a period of time, and I could understand about every other word. I mean, keep in mind, they weren't conversing with me, they were conversing between themselves. But I knew enough Spanish to know that they weren't making fun of me, so. I took about 9 months of Duolingo French, so that when I went to Paris, I would have a chance, maybe. But man, those guys, they speak so very fast. There was no way I was gonna keep up with them. Okay, so who's there? Well, this is a really weird stand. I guess it has to be to support this. I understand that completely, Constant Gaming. Because that's basically what my experience in France was like. So the pins go in next. Fourth block down. Go in through. Finally, there. Fourth one down. Through the end. Ooh. Go. Have anyone else ever done like the ancestry DNA thing or something like that? I did. I think I did the 23andMe DNA stuff. All right. Wait. Did I screw up something here? If I was, oh, I think I did do something wrong. Stand, I think maybe I was supposed to get the other piece of the stand in here too. Instructions unclear. So I had some major surprises when I had my 23andMe DNA results come back. My grandma is supposed to be like a half-blooded Cherokee Indian. But which would make me like what, I think it's an 8th or something like that. But my DNA test did not have any American Indian in it whatsoever. So someone is wrong somewhere. The rest of my DNA test was pretty much expected because I have Swedish great grandparents, Irish grandparents, and Scottish grandparents. So I'm all basically European. Alright, so how does this go? Nope, that's not it. Everything's fine, it just sounded real weird. Oh, okay. There it is. There she be! A fine addition to my collection. So I really like that these move on their own. That's just a really great touch. And the blasters do move. And you can see some detailing in the cockpit, but I mean, this just doesn't seem very flush. And I don't think I can get it flush. So I guess that's a complaint. I really wish it would like actually pivot properly instead of just kind of being snapped into place. So yeah, that's I guess that is a wrap for that. 8 o'clock. So I'm gonna really try again to get this silly little AirDroid cast thing working. Because there is something I want to like actually show you guys. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to move Hoth down to the bottom and stick this one over there. I want to show you guys this mock I'm going to work on. If I can get this, that connect that is, let's move you over. Okay, so let me add a new Can you guys see that full screen? Okay, so there are 1,418 steps. And so that's almost 3 reams of paper, so I'm not printing this out. So if this doesn't work, you guys are just gonna, I don't know. I'm not printing out 1,418 pieces of paper. So it looks to be pretty well detailed. So that's what it will look like, the finished product. So I kind of want to swap out these Grand Army of the Republic logos for a sticker, the not a sticker sheet thing, but I'm not there yet. So this is made by a guy called Flying in Space. He's got other mocks that he's done. So it's pretty detailed, and I like, you know, the having the blue outline to designate the things you're putting on is a nice little touch. So the pieces I'm missing, so I got to step 44 before I had to stop last time because I was missing these 1x3 plates, but those came in today. So now what I'm missing are 1x5 light bluish gray. So that's a 6. So I'm just kind of going through real fast. That's a 4. 3 and so if I don't need one of those, that's a 6. If I don't need one of those 1x5s for a while, then I can probably continue to build out this MOC on Monday as planned. But yeah, this is a pretty, it's a UCS scaled ship. It has 5,500 pieces in it. The piece cost to me was around $500. Which I guess is not bad for the size of the ship, because that would be about this what you would expect to pay for a Lego UCS version of it, I think, and that's 6. So it's when they have instructions like this that I get a little worried. And he actually has some instructions further on where he's actually demonstrating with like his hands. And I'm like, boy, I hope it's not going to be too complicated, because for all intents and purposes, I'm still a novice builder. I've only been doing this for not even a year. And something I'm not quite sure of. Well, I have a MOC for a castle too, but I wanted to do this first and then do the castle one later. But so I have no idea about, like, so I'm figuring maybe there's about 136 pieces in a bag. So that's basically what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to bag out 136 pieces, and that would be like step 1, and another 136 pieces, and that's step 2. But trying to plan out like actual nights of building, like how many of these steps I'm going to do in a night, I have no idea how to account for the fact that I have no bags, no distinct steps. I mean, well, I have distinct steps, but not like in your typical Lego manual. So okay, so this is the first time I encounter a 1x5. I gotta find the scene now. Nope, that's not it. There we go. So it's on step 166. So I guess what I could do is I could just maybe stop here on Monday night. Or just build the castle. I don't know. It's so frustrating when you don't get the parts that you're supposed to get from your Bricklink seller. So I guess what I'll do is I'll just go until 166. I don't know if I even get that far on Monday. Who knows? So let's go ahead and just plan on building out the Acclamator and hoping that the pieces get here by Wednesday. Of course, between now and then, I don't know. I just really wish I had all the pieces in place, and I just kind of like, I don't like that I don't have them in place. Sorry for being so wishy-washy. I just want to have a good experience for everybody. I'm gonna check to see if they shipped it to me yet. They have not. So, I don't know. I don't know, Arnold. It's gonna be. It might actually just be a Monday decision, and it just when I am more sure about when the missing pieces are gonna come, then I guess I will decide. So, I guess tomorrow what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spend the majority of the day piecing out as if I am going to build this on Monday, and then once I get to step 166, which requires a 1x5 plate, I'll stop there, and then I will start sorting out the castle set, because it will require 4 castle sets for the MOC, but of course it is not pre-sorted, it is not in bags. Well, I mean, it is in bags, but not in a fashion of how it needs to be built. So I'll probably spend the majority of tomorrow doing that as well. I don't know if I have. I guess that is a good point. I don't know if I have any sets that have a 1x5 that I want to rip apart for it. All right, Brick Al. Sorry, I'm searching. I like to use Brick Owl for finding sets that have this piece in it more than. Yeah, it should be 78329 and light bluish gray. By year. I can go get the Diagon Alley set and, you know, rip it out of there and just build Diagon Alley later. Oh, wait, that's white. I don't want white. So it's in the Acclamator at Walmart. It's also in the ARC 170 at Walmart. I mean, those are two things that I could get and just build out later. I mean, it's not the first time that I bought something from Walmart that I just like wanted to replace a part with and just built out later. Hey, there's one in the Venator I can just rip out of the Venator. No, I'm not gonna do that. So actually, it is in Hogwarts. So I will just rip it out of Hogwarts. Thank you very much, Area 56 Bricks, for that suggestion. I don't know why I didn't even think of that myself. I will do that. Let's see how many it has. I need one for step 174 as well. Delia Randucci, thank you. Yeah, I see. I just I just don't want you to have to do that. There's no bricks and minifigs in my area, Randucci. I wish. So I'll go ahead and send this to you, Tevo, but I think I'm good with what I have here in the Harry Potter set. Yeah. What is a little sad is this piece is also in the Forest Stronghold set, which I was not able to obtain because I waited too long. Well, I don't think I even was into Lego when they did.
What's in the box?
Not until you give me the
What's in the fucking box?
I have to wait for it to come down in price. Yeah. Well, I have the I do have the siege encampment ordered, but I waited too long to get the medieval seaside harbor, so I missed the boat on that one. So I'll have to wait for that to come down in price. But Tevo, really, I should be all good. So, well, it's 8:30 now. I think that's probably a good time to wrap things up. I'm a little sad that I did a pre-stream, and I guess it's that DJI software that handles the connection between the Pocket Osmo 3 and my phone did not properly set up the stream. So imagine that you're sitting there and you're talking and all that, and then only to find out that your live stream that you set up instead of starting somehow got scheduled So I guess Monday I'll try to do another pre-stream just so you guys see what it's like for me to set everything up. So thanks for sticking around, and I hope I see you guys Monday night for a mock. Have a good Sunday. There is a chance if I can swing, I might do some streaming on Twitch tomorrow, just to kind of get an idea of what that interface is like, because I will probably be multi-streaming to Twitch and YouTube in the very near future. And I'm kind of driven to do that partly by what Jane was talking about in regards to the environment of Twitch versus the environment of YouTube. So I'm going to see what he's talking about. So outside of that, you guys have a wonderful night. Thanks for always being a part of this. And I will see you all Monday night.